story begins as we see Liam, an average office worker, who is having a dream and he sees a mysterious girl in front of him. She finds Liam interesting and asks if he wants powerful magic. As Liam excitedly replies yes, he wakes up and finds himself in a party hall. He notices that he doesn't recognize anyone around him, so he wonders what's going on, remembering that he was drinking a moment ago. Checking himself in the mirror, he sees that he is in a completely different body and screams in panic. As a result, he receives a scolding from his new father. After his father leaves, a maid informs him that their father is in a good mood because he finally has a daughter after 5 sons. Liam thinks this must be a dream and that everything will return to normal by morning. However, when he wakes up in the same body, he realizes he is not dreaming. Soon, the maid brings his clothes, and Liam learns that he is the 5th son of a noble family that owns a huge mansion and land. When he meets the 4th son, Bruno, he learns that their family will soon lose its noble status since they have not achieved any significant accomplishments for the past 3 generations. Their father hopes to marry their sister into the royal family to secure their noble status. Then their private tutor arrives, and when Liam hears that he is going to teach magic, he stands up in excitement. Bruno informs him that they have many grimoires in their library, but only 1% of people can use magic, so he advises Liam not to get his hopes up. However, Liam remains excited and rushes to the library as soon as the lesson ends. There, he picks up a novice fire magic grimoire, and on his first attempt, he successfully casts magic. Liam then asks his father for permission to take some grimoires from the library. His father ignores him at first but eventually allows him to take them. Liam begins studying the grimoires, and the next day, he goes far from the mansion to practice magic. He is pleased with how quickly he is learning and wonders if he can cast magic without a grimoire. A month passes, and Liam shows Bruno that he can cast magic without the grimoire. Bruno is amazed, as it normally takes a year to learn magic. Thinking the grimoire must be special, he tries to cast a spell himself but fails. Bruno then comments that Liam must have a special body that allows him to learn magic quickly. He asks if Liam is learning magic to become the head of the family. When Liam tells him he has no interest in taking over, Bruno warns him that he could become a target of their elder brother, Albrecht. After returning to the mansion, Liam is approached by his father, who has heard that he can use magic. He asks Liam to demonstrate his abilities. When Liam casts spells without a grimoire, his father is overjoyed and promises to provide him with any grimoire he needs. Liam is happy to have his father's support. As he heads out to practice magic, Liam notices an unknown man on the way. The man, seeing that Liam has a grimoire, asks if he is learning magic. When Liam tells him he practices every day, the man explains a better way to train and demonstrates by casting 5 different spells at once. Liam, excited, asks the man to teach him. Seeing that Liam is not arrogant despite being a noble, the man agrees. The man instructs Liam to draw 2 figures simultaneously, and Liam does so effortlessly. Next, he is asked to cast 2 spells at once. Liam visualizes the spells in his hands and successfully casts them, surprising the man, as this technique is something only 1 in a million can do. Then, the man asks Liam to try 3 spells. Liam manages to activate them but fails to cast them. The man explains that Liam doesn't have enough magic power for 3 spells and begins teaching him a technique to control his energy. Starting by writing prime numbers on the ground, the man explains that Liam should avoid casting non-prime numbers of spells, like 4 or 6. He then demonstrates by casting 13 spells at once and states that his next goal is 17. As Liam is amazed, the man suddenly disappears when he notices the maid approaching. The maid hands Liam the grimoire sent by his father, which turns out to be a novice summoning grimoire. After the maid leaves, the man reappears and gives Liam a magical ring containing the power of hundreds of grimoires. When Liam puts the ring on, hundreds of spells flood his mind. The man instructs Liam to use the ring's power to cast a summoning spell from the grimoire. Liam does so and summons a Charmander-like spirit, but it quickly vanishes into the ring. The man explains that Liam can store multiple spells inside the ring. Liam then summons 3 more spirits and stores them as well. Curious about the ring's potential, Liam tests a powerful wind spell. However, the man suddenly disappears again, leaving a note instructing Liam not to tell anyone about their encounter. Liam decides that this man is his master. After a month of practice, Liam casts a fire spell to chop down some trees and then uses his spirits to create a high-tech furnace that turns wood into white charcoal. Bruno notices that Liam has made white charcoal with magic and also created lechero crystals, which can restore magic power. Liam reveals that making them was difficult since it required using 5 different types of magic at once. Then Liam learns that their father once dispatched 1,000 soldiers to defeat a powerful monster sealed on their lands. However, they suffered a crushing defeat, losing 90% of their troops before barely resealing the monster. Bruno believes their family is doomed and advises Liam to start thinking about financial independence. Liam thanks Bruno for the advice. Afterward, he sells the charcoal and crystals to a shop, earning a good amount of money. As he begins thinking of ways to make more money, he suddenly becomes hungry and stops at a roadside noodle shop. He notices that noodles are popular in town, so he returns to the mansion and asks the maid to pour hot water on the dried noodles. When they try it, they find it delicious and easy to cook. Liam explains how he made it, and the chef asks for a name. Liam calls it instant ramen, confident that it will become a popular product. However, when he tries to sell the ramen to a shopkeeper, he is refused. The shopkeeper explains that Liam cannot do business without his family's authorization. As Liam leaves, Albrecht emerges from hiding, revealing that he has been forcing shopkeepers to refuse Liam's products. Liam considers asking his father for authorization but doubts he will approve. Instead, he decides to sell his goods outside of his family's lands. Using the item box skill he learned from the ring, he stores all his goods inside. Then, he casts a summoning spell from the ring and creates a clone that looks exactly like him. Liam sends his double to a region outside the family's territory, using his item box to transport goods and receive payments remotely.